Blessings to all my brothers and sisters on the other side of the screen. My name is Eduardo Vela, guardian of the ancient wisdom of Saint Cyprian, and today I'm here to unveil one of the most powerful secrets this great saint and magician left us to protect ourselves in times of spiritual darkness like the ones we are currently facing. Have you felt lately like everything is going wrong? Like no matter how hard you try, problems keep piling up in your life? Do you sense that there are people around you who look at you with envy, or that perhaps someone is working against you on a spiritual level? If you answered yes to any of these questions, you need to pay close attention to what I'm about to reveal today, because this knowledge could completely change your situation. Before sharing this powerful ritual, let me briefly tell you about Saint Cyprian, so you understand why his teachings are so effective against dark forces. Saint Cyprian of Antioch was a powerful magician who mastered the dark arts. He knew all the secrets to cause harm through black magic, but after an encounter with divine light, he converted and decided to use all his knowledge to protect people from the very evils he once inflicted. This is why Saint Cyprian's rituals are so effective. He understood exactly how witchcraft, jealousy and spells work because he practiced them himself before his conversion. It's like an ex-thief becoming the best security guard, because he knows all the tricks of the trade. The famous Book of Saint Cyprian, also known as the Great Book of Saint Cyprian or the Grimorium of Saint Cyprian, contains much of this knowledge that has been kept secret for centuries, passed from master to disciple under strict oath. I've dedicated a significant part of my life to studying these ancient texts, and today I want to share with you one of the simplest yet most powerful rituals I found within its pages. And you need to know this ritual right now because we are in a very special astrological moment where negative energies are at their peak. There's a planetary configuration that is making black magic, witchcraft, and jealousy stronger than ever. Many people are experiencing blockages, unexplained illnesses, financial problems, and conflicts in their relationships, not realizing that the cause may be spiritual. The most incredible part of this ritual I'm going to share with you is that it only requires 2 ingredients that you probably already have in your kitchen: a clove of garlic and a glass of water. It's that simple. Saint Cyprian was a master at using simple elements from nature to create powerful protections, because he knew that true magic isn't in complexity, but in intention and in knowing how to activate the spiritual properties of these elements. This ritual is particularly effective for cutting any kind of witchcraft that may have been done against you, warding off the envy affecting your life, cleansing your energy field of negative vibrations, and removing the obstacles that prevent you from moving forward in your personal, romantic, or financial projects. I want you to know that I am not sharing this knowledge lightly. For centuries, these types of rituals were kept secret, shared only among those who had sworn to protect this wisdom. But Saint Cyprian himself revealed to me in meditation that it's time for more people to have access to these protective tools, because we are in times where darkness is attacking many innocent souls. So, get ready. Open your heart and mind, because what I'm going to share with you today could be exactly what you've been looking for to free yourself from those invisible chains that have been limiting your life. And before we continue, I ask you to make sure you watch this video in its entirety without skipping any part, because every detail of the ritual is crucial for it to work correctly. Let's delve into the secret knowledge of Saint Cyprian and discover how garlic and water, when used correctly, can become your best protection against any type of spiritual negativity. Garlic is not just any ingredient in the magical tradition passed down by Saint Cyprian. In his ancient writings, Saint Cyprian dedicated several pages to explaining why this humble bulb is one of the most powerful elements for spiritual protection. And I want to share with you this knowledge that has been carefully guarded for centuries. According to Cyprianic texts, garlic possesses an extremely high energetic vibration, This vibration is so strong that it literally burns negative energies that come into contact with it. It's like having a miniature sun capable of disintegrating the spiritual shadows that approach its light. Saint Cyprian discovered that garlic contains what he called white fire, a purifying energy that harms nothing good but destroys the evil. Moreover, garlic has the unique ability to absorb negativity without becoming contaminated. This is a property that very few natural elements possess. Most objects that absorb negative energy eventually become saturated and need to be cleansed. But garlic transforms that negativity and neutralizes it completely. Let me tell you about Maria, a follower of our channel who lived in Monterey. Maria had been experiencing a streak of inexplicable bad luck for over 3 years. She had lost her job, her partner had left her, and she began suffering from constant migraines that no doctor could explain. After performing this garlic ritual that Saint Cyprian taught us, she began to notice changes within just 7 days. The migraines disappeared first, then she received a call for a job interview, and finally she discovered that a friend had buried strange objects in a flower pot she had gifted her. This is how the ritual not only protects you, but also reveals who your true enemies are. Now, it's important to understand the difference between regular garlic and male garlic. Saint Cyprian specifically mentioned the use of male garlic in his most powerful rituals. Male garlic is the large, solitary clove that we sometimes find in the center of a head of garlic. This clove contains the concentrated energy of the entire plant, which is why its power is superior. However, if you can't find a male garlic, you can use a regular clove, preferably the largest one you can find, and the ritual will still be effective. What's fascinating about St. Cyprian's teachings is how he explains that garlic combats different types of negative spiritual works. For binding or domination spells, garlic acts to cut the etheric cords that keep you tied. For financial or prosperity blockages, garlic dissolves the energetic barriers that prevent abundance from flowing to you. And for envy, which St. Cyprian described as little invisible arrows, garlic serves as a shield that repels them before they can pierce your energy field. Here I must make a very important warning that St. Cyprian emphasized in his texts. Garlic should never be used for love or attraction spells. This is one of the most common mistakes made by people practicing magic without proper knowledge. Garlic has a breaking and separating energy when it comes to emotional bonds. If you try to use it to attract someone, the result will be exactly the opposite. You will push that person away or create a relationship full of conflicts. St. Cyprian mentioned cases of individuals who, attempting to use garlic for love, ended up in worse situations than before. What I'm going to teach you today is knowledge that has been kept by generations of practitioners who swore to protect the secrets of St. Cyprian. In ancient times, revealing these rituals to uninitiated people could result in severe punishment. But we are in a time when this knowledge needs to come to light because too many people are suffering from spiritual causes without having the tools to defend themselves. Saint Cyprian himself prophesied that a time would come when his knowledge should be shared more widely, when the forces of darkness would intensify and more innocent people would be affected. That time has come, and that's why I'm here, sharing with you this powerful ritual of garlic and water that has helped so many of my followers free themselves from witchcraft, envy, and obstacles in their lives. Now let's move on to the preparation of the garlic for this ritual. A step that many underestimate, but is absolutely crucial for the Cyprian power to activate correctly. It's not just about taking a clove of garlic and throwing it in the water. There's a specific procedure that St. Cyprian detailed in his writings. The first thing we need to do is select a good clove of garlic. Look for one that is firm, without dark spots or soft parts. As I mentioned earlier, if you're lucky enough to find a male garlic, that would be ideal, but a regular clove will work perfectly too. Now, when removing the skin of the garlic, you should do so with respect and focus. Saint Cyprian taught that the process of peeling garlic is not just a mechanical task, but a ritual in itself. Carefully remove the skin, trying to keep the clove completely clean without damaging it. It is very important to keep the clove of garlic intact, without cutting or crushing it, because according to Saint Cyprian, in its whole form is how it retains all its protective power. As you peel the garlic, Saint Cyprian recommended mentally reciting, "Just as I remove this layer that covers the power of garlic, may all negative energies that cover me be removed." This prepares both the garlic and you for the main ritual. Once you have the peeled clove of garlic, hold it between your hands for a moment, transmitting your intention. Saint Cyprian firmly believed in the power of conscious intention. Close your eyes and visualize how this small clove of garlic is filling with protective light. Imagine it glowing with a silvery, white color which, according to Cyprianic texts, is the color of maximum spiritual protection. Saint Cyprian taught his disciples that energizing the garlic is enhanced if you hold it at the height of your third eye in the center of your forehead for a few seconds while taking 3 deep breaths. This step charges the garlic with the energy of your own spiritual field, creating a bond between the protector, the garlic, and the protected you. It's essential that throughout this process, you maintain positive thoughts and a clear intention of protection. Saint Cyprian warned that preparing ritual ingredients with fear, anger, or doubt can significantly reduce their effectiveness. The best time of day to prepare and perform this ritual is at sunset, when day turns into night. Saint Cyprian considered transitional hours, dawn and dusk, to be moments of special power, when the veil between worlds is thinner, making spiritual work more effective. However, if you are experiencing an intense spiritual attack, you can perform the ritual at any time, as the urgent need outweighs timing considerations. Remember that every step of this preparation is important. Don't skip any detail. The effectiveness of Cyprianic rituals relies precisely on attention to detail and the devotion with which each step is carried out. Now that we have our garlic properly prepared, we are ready to proceed with the main ritual. It's time to reveal the complete ritual, just as it was taught by Saint Cyprian to his closest disciples. Pay close attention to every detail, because the precision of execution is the key to its effectiveness. Once you have your clove of garlic prepared, as I explained earlier, take a glass of water. The water should be at room temperature, neither cold nor hot. Saint Cyprian recommended using pure water, ideally spring or filtered water, but if you don't have access to it, you can use tap water that you've left to sit for at least an hour to release the chlorine. Place the glass of water on a flat surface, preferably a table or altar where it will not be disturbed throughout the night. According to Cyprianic writings, it's ideal that this place is clean and free of unnecessary objects, creating a sacred space for the ritual. Now comes one of the most important aspects of the ritual, the counterclockwise circular movement. In the magical tradition passed down by Saint Cyprian, movements counterclockwise have the specific power to undo, cut and remove. It's as if you're rewinding time, undoing all the harm that has been done to you. Conversely, clockwise movement is used for building and attracting, but that is not our purpose here. With the clove of garlic in your right hand, or left if you're left-handed, you will partially submerge it in the water and begin to trace 9 complete circles counterclockwise within the glass. The number 9 is considered by Saint Cyprian as a number of closure and completion, perfect for ending negative cycles. As you perform these circular movements, you must recite the incantation that Saint Cyprian revealed specifically for this ritual. It's important that you say it out loud, with conviction and without hesitation. Here is the incantation, word for word. I activate this sacred incantation of Saint Cyprian to protect me and destroy all witchcraft. Element water and spirit of garlic, by the power of Saint Cyprian, remove all evil while I sleep. The power has been awakened. let this divine work be fulfilled. Protect me against evil. Protect me against evil. Protect me against evil. The intonation of the incantation is as important as the words themselves. Saint Cyprian taught that the first words should be spoken with a firm, ascending voice, reaching a peak at destroy all witchcraft, then gradually lowering the tone until finishing in a whisper when saying the last repetition of protect me against evil. This vocal pattern creates an energetic wave that amplifies the power of the ritual. Breathing during the incantation should also follow a specific pattern. Take a deep breath before you start, using that first breath for the first part of the incantation. Inhale again, and so on. Saint Cyprian taught that breath carries your vital energy, and synchronizing it with the words enhances the ritual. It is absolutely necessary to repeat the incantation 3 complete times. The number 3 has a special significance in Cyprianic tradition. It represents the manifestation of intention in the material plane. The first repetition plants the intention, the second strengthens it, and the third materializes it. During the ritual, it's normal to experience certain energetic manifestations. Some people feel a slight tingling in their hands. Others sense a change in temperature in the room, and some perceive a subtle aroma of herbs or earth that wasn't present before. Saint Cyprian described these sensations as signs that the protective energies are activating correctly. Once you have completed the incantation 3 times and the 9 counterclockwise circles, gently drop the clove of garlic into the water. At that precise moment, according to Cyprianic texts, an energetic seal is created that fully activates the protective power of the ritual. Now you must place the glass with the garlic and water under your bed, specifically in the area where your head rests while you sleep. The orientation of the glass also matters. Saint Cyprian recommended that the glass be aligned with the north-south direction, with the garlic pointing north if you seek general protection, or south if you suspect you know the source of the spiritual harm. During the night, while you sleep, you may experience some sensations or particular dreams. Many people report vivid dreams where they confront those who have harmed them or where they are freed from chains, weights, or bindings. These dreams are part of the release process, and you should not fear them. Others may experience unusual sweating, as if the body is releasing energetic toxins. All of this is normal and is a sign that the ritual is working. Let me briefly tell you about Juan Carlos from Guadalajara. He had been struggling with his business for over 2 years. Customers would come to the door, but inexplicably leave without buying anything. The very night he performed this ritual, he dreamed of an old partner who was yelling at him. The next day, the garlic in the water had changed slightly to a more yellowish tone, and his business began receiving customers who finally made purchases. A week later, he learned from a mutual friend that this partner had been visiting shamans to block his path. This is just one of the many testimonials I have received about the immediate effectiveness of this Cyprianic ritual. And the most powerful part is that while you're doing this cleansing, the ritual is not only protecting you, but also sending the negativity back to its source, like a spiritual mirror, reflecting the harmful intent back to the sender. In the next section, I will explain in detail all the benefits you will experience after performing this Saint Cyprian ritual, and the signs that will indicate that all negativity is being eliminated from your life. Now that you know the complete ritual, I want to talk to you about all the benefits you will experience in your life once you put this into practice. The results of this Cyprianic ritual are profound and multifaceted, positively affecting different areas of your existence. The first and most immediate benefit will be the breaking of any black magic or witchcraft that may have been done against you. Saint Cyprian explained in his texts that garlic acts as a spiritual solvent for these works, disintegrating bindings, burials, spells, and any other type of witchcraft. It's like a powerful light suddenly illuminating a dark room, causing the shadows to simply vanish. Many people notice this effect within the first 72 hours after performing the ritual, manifesting as a sudden feeling of lightness or as if an invisible weight has been lifted from them. The second fundamental benefit is protection against envy and the evil eye. In our current society, we are constantly exposed to envious glances, whether at work, among family, or even in social circles. St. Cyprian described envy as energetic arrows that people launch consciously or unconsciously toward what they desire but cannot have. The protective field generated by this ritual acts as an invisible shield that repels these negative energies before they can affect you. Another powerful outcome is the removal of financial and professional blockages of spiritual origin. Have you noticed that despite your efforts and capabilities, money seems to slip through your fingers? Or that job opportunities get cancelled at the last minute without any logical explanation? According to Cyprianic writings, these are clear signs of an energetic blockage directed at your prosperity. The garlic and water ritual specifically works on the energy center related to material abundance, freeing it from these obstructions. Cleaning your aura and your home is another important benefit. As the days pass after performing the ritual, you will notice that the atmosphere in your house feels lighter and more harmonious. Domestic conflicts decrease and the sense of peace increases. This happens because the power of garlic and water not only protects you, but also radiates into your living space, purifying the stagnant energies that may accumulate in homes. Protection during sleep and in astral travels is an aspect that Saint Cyprian considered particularly important. While we sleep, our energetic body is more vulnerable to negative attacks and influences. This ritual creates a protective barrier that keeps your spirit safe during sleep. Many people report that after using this ritual, their nightmares disappear and their dreams become more positive and revealing. One of the most valued benefits by my followers is the natural distancing from toxic and ill-intentioned people. It's fascinating how this works. You don't need to consciously do anything to distance yourself from these individuals. They start avoiding you or leaving your life without confrontations. It's as if the energetic field created by the ritual becomes uncomfortable for those who wish you harm, causing them to naturally drift away. Improvement in health and an increase in vital energy are results that typically manifest after 1 or 2 weeks of starting the ritual. St. Cyprian explained that many physical ailments have their origin in blockages or energetic attacks. By eliminating these subtle causes, the physical body begins to heal naturally. Chronic headaches, unexplained digestive issues, constant fatigue, all of these symptoms often improve significantly. And finally, you will experience the return of good luck and prosperity to your life. Positive coincidences will begin to multiply, opportunities will arise at unexpected moments, and what you have been working on will finally start to bear fruit. It's as if life conspires in your favor when it once seemed to conspire against you. Let me share some testimonials from people who have used this ritual and experienced profound changes in their lives. Luisa from Veracruz wrote to us, "After 3 days of doing the garlic ritual, I found a strange little bag hidden in my mattress. Inside were hair, nails, and a torn photo of me. I burned it as you instructed, and that same week I was offered the job I had been trying to get for a year." Carlos from Mexico City shared, "My business was on the brink of bankruptcy for no apparent reason. I did the garlic and water ritual for 7 consecutive days. On the 8th day, a customer who had disappeared years ago returned with a contract that saved my company. Plus, I found out that my partner had consulted a witch to take everything. There are clear signs that will indicate that the ritual is functioning properly. The first is a change in the appearance of the garlic. It may slightly change color, develop dark spots, or even have bubbles around it. These physical changes are manifestations of the negative energies being absorbed and neutralized. Another sign is a sudden feeling of mental clarity, as if a fog you didn't know existed has lifted. Many people describe this as an awakening, where they can suddenly see situations and relationships as they are, without the distortions caused by negative influences. Have you noticed that certain people have been avoiding your presence for no apparent reason, or that someone who used to be very close now seems uncomfortable in your company? These are powerful signs that the ritual is exposing those who do not wish you well. This Cyprianic method has proven its effectiveness throughout the centuries. And today, in the 21st century, it remains just as powerful because it works with spiritual principles that are timeless. The power of garlic and water, when activated correctly through the ritual I've taught you, can completely transform your reality in a short period of time. To maximize the effectiveness of this protective ritual of St. Cyprian, there are some additional instructions I found in the deeper pages of his grimoire that I want to share with you now. These details can make the difference between a good result and an extraordinary one. First, it's crucial to understand the importance of the 3-day cycle for renewing the ritual. St. Cyprian explained that negative energies, especially those directed at you intentionally, operate in 3-day cycles, peaking before they begin to weaken. For this reason, the ritual should be renewed every 3 days exactly, preferably at the same time. This creates a constant shield that prevents negative influences from regaining strength. The proper disposal of the used elements is an aspect that many overlook, but which St. Cyprian considered crucial. After the 3 days, you should take the glass with the water and garlic and head to a place where water flows, like a river, a drain, or simply the toilet. Before discarding the contents, it's important to thank the garlic for the work done with these words. I thank the spirit of garlic and the element water for the protection given. May they take all negativity with them, freeing me completely. Then, pour the water with the garlic into the current, visualizing how all the negative energies that were absorbed dissolve and transform. It's important to never reuse the same clove of garlic, as it is charged with the energies it has absorbed. The relationship of this ritual with the lunar phases is another valuable knowledge that St. Cyprian shared only with his most advanced disciples. While the ritual works at any time, its potency multiplies when initiated during certain phases. Waning moon. Ideal for cutting, eliminating, and protection, works like this one. It's the optimal phase to start the ritual. New moon. Perfect for closing negative cycles and starting new periods free from harmful influences. Full moon amplifies the mirror effect of the ritual, returning negative intentions to their source with greater strength. During the time the garlic remains under your bed, it is continually working, absorbing negative energies and transmuting them. St. Cyprian described this process as spiritual alchemy. Garlic has the unique ability to transform negativity into neutral energy, thus preventing these harmful forces from lingering in your environment. For particularly severe or persistent cases, St. Cyprian's grimoire offers some variations of the basic ritual. If you suspect that the work against you is particularly powerful, done by someone with advanced knowledge, you can increase the potency of the ritual by using 3 cloves of garlic in the same glass of water, forming a triangle. In this case, the incantation should be repeated 9 times instead of 3. If you are primarily experiencing financial blockages, St. Cyprian suggested adding 3 small coins to the glass along with the garlic. The coins should be new or well cleaned before the ritual. This specifically enhances the removal of financial obstacles. For health problems arising from spiritual causes, you can add a small pinch of salt to the water. Salt acts as an enhancer of energetic cleansing and facilitates the expulsion of negative entities that may be causing physical discomfort. St. Cyprian also left instructions on complementary prayers that can be recited morning and night to reinforce the effect of the ritual. The most powerful of these begins like this. St. Cyprian, who is a magician and knower of the dark arts. Protect me with your light transformed. I'll share the full prayer at the end of the video for those who wish to use it. To protect your entire family with this ritual, the grimoire offers a special adaptation. You can place a glass of water and garlic in each room of the house, or perform a single, more potent ritual using a larger container, like a bowl, with water and 7 cloves of garlic, which should be placed in the center of the home. In this case, the incantation must be slightly modified to include the names of all family members you wish to protect. It's important to emphasize that, according to St. Cyprian, while performing these protection rituals, you should maintain certain precautions in your daily life. Avoid sharing personal information with people you suspect. Don't let strangers touch your personal belongings. And keep your name out of conversations in groups where discordant energies may exist. If you are someone who practices meditation or any form of energetic work, then Cyprian recommended complementing this ritual with a daily visualization of a shield of light surrounding you completely. This exercise takes only a few minutes, but significantly strengthens the protection that garlic and water are providing. All these additional instructions are designed so that you can adapt the basic ritual to your particular circumstances, maximizing its effectiveness according to your specific needs. As a guardian of this knowledge, my commitment is to share it in its most complete and authentic form so that it can truly be useful on your path. We have reached the end of this sacred knowledge that St. Cyprian wanted to share with you through me. Let's briefly recap what you've learned today, so you can put it into practice immediately and start experiencing its powerful benefits in your life. The protective ritual of St. Cyprian with garlic and water is a tremendously powerful spiritual tool for cutting witchcraft, warding off envy, clearing bad vibes, and eliminating the obstacles that have been blocking your path. This ancestral knowledge uses 2 simple yet potent elements that, when activated correctly through the specific incantation I have taught you, create an impenetrable shield against negative forces. We've seen how to properly prepare the garlic while maintaining its integrity, how to perform the counterclockwise circular movements in the water while reciting the incantation 3 times, and how to place the glass under your bed so that it works while you sleep. I've also shared with you the additional instructions from the grimoire for specific cases and how to renew the ritual every 3 days to keep the protection active. I urge you not to wait another day to perform this ritual. The negative energy that may be affecting you doesn't rest, and every day that passes is another day these forces can be causing harm in your life. Spiritual attacks are like a disease. The sooner you address them, the easier it is to eliminate them completely. Right now, at this very moment, I invoke the protection of St. Cyprian over all of you watching this video. May his wisdom and light guide you. May his power protect you, and may his knowledge free you from any negative bondage that may be limiting your true potential. St. Cyprian, who knew darkness and chose light, extend your protective cloak over each of my brothers and sisters, seeking liberation from evil. I would love to hear your experiences with this ritual. When you begin to notice changes in your life, which will come sooner than you imagine, share them in the comments section of this video. Your testimony will not only let me know that this knowledge is helping, but it will also serve as inspiration and hope for others going through similar situations. If you have found this knowledge valuable, I ask you to subscribe to my channel right now. There are many more secrets from the grimoires of St. Cyprian that I will be revealing in upcoming videos. Knowledge that has been guarded for centuries and can completely transform your reality. Activate the notification bell so you don't miss any of these rituals for protection and prosperity. You can also follow me on Instagram as @EduardoVellaOfficial, where I daily share advice, protective prayers, and answer questions on these topics. I'm here to guide you on your spiritual path and help you face any adversity you are experiencing. Remember, knowledge without action holds no power. It's of no use that you've learned this ritual if you don't put it into practice. The ingredients are simple, the procedure is straightforward, and it only takes a few minutes of your time. But the benefits can last a lifetime. Before we say goodbye, I want to leave you with these words from St. Cyprian that appear on the last page of his grimoire. He who seeks protection with a sincere heart will find it. He who uses my name and my knowledge for good will never walk alone in darkness. Light always prevails, even when the night seems eternal. And for those truly committed to their spiritual protection, I have important news. In my next video, I will reveal the most powerful ritual created by St. Cyprian, known as the Shield of the Seven Seals, a protection so potent that it not only cuts any negative influence, but also creates a field of prosperity around you that continually attracts blessings. Don't miss it, because this will be the first time this knowledge is shared publicly. May the light of St. Cyprian always accompany you. May his protection envelop you, and may his wisdom illuminate your path. Remember that you are not alone in this spiritual battle. And now you have a powerful tool in your hands to defend yourself and thrive. I am Eduardo Vela, guardian of the knowledge of St. Cyprian, and I am here to help you take control of your destiny. See you in the next video, and until then, stay protected and in the light.